All right, here we go with the review question. I give you the average is 60. You guys read along, standard deviation of 5. There's the key, that last part, that the batteries are normally distributed. When you see normally distributed, what's that telling us? It fits under what? Anybody remember it fits under the curve, right? It fits under my normal curve there. But here's the problem. You guys won't be given the curve and the percents, but what do you guys all have that's programmed with a curve? The calculator, yep. Your calculator has it. Anybody remember where we go on the calculator? If I need to be normally distributed with percents, where do I go on my calculator here? I need to go to second, nowhere near stat on this one. That's only one var stat. Second, vars, and which one do I need? You remember? CDF, yep. So we're going to go normal CDF here. Normal CDF. Okay, what's my lower now? Help me fill it in here. Help me fill it. First of all, before you help me fill it in, what's at least 70 mean to you guys? At least 70. 70 or more. Okay, just making sure we're clear there. That's 70 or more. Okay, so I'm going to hit the numbers up strong today. I hope anyway. Okay, here we go. 12. What's my lower on that? If I want 70 or more, what's my lower bound? 70 or more. It doesn't tell me where to end. Anybody remember where I put in for my ending one then? 1 E 99. What's that little U mean for us? What's that U mean? Here we go. 9. What's that U mean? Mean, what is it? Remember, another name as the average. 60, and then standard deviation 5. Okay? And there are no rounding directions, so can we go nearest tenth of a percent for me, guys? Remember, that's a decimal on your calculator. Please make it into a percent. Make it into a percent. Nearest tenth. Here we go. What do you got, 10? There you go, 2.3%. So about 2.3% of the batteries last at least 70 hours. All good. All right, second question. There's 1,500 total. How many are within one standard deviation of the mean? Within one. That's a little review. Anybody remember the percent underneath the curve that's within one? The percent. Anybody remember the percent that's within one? It's going to be about what? 4? 68%. Yep. Anybody remember for within 2 while we're here? 95. Yes, 95. So 68% of that 1,500 batteries are within 1. So go ahead. 1,500, 68% of that. Let me know what you're doing. Here we go. 16. What are you doing to find 68% of 1,500? Oh, hey, Brooke, how you doing? Sorry to just ambush you there. 1,500 times. There you go. I had faith. So about 1,020. Yep. Okay. We all good, guys, here. Little review, and it's going to lead into what I'm just to show you today. By the way, big day today. Last day of your Algebra 2 material. This is it today. Last day of the Algebra 2 material. And that's a wrap. So everything from September fifth of your junior year, maybe sophomore year, till now. That's it. That's what we can expect on the test in a couple weeks. I know you're excited, so am I. I'm going to get you through it, though. 27 out of 86 points, remember. That's what we're shooting for here for passing. 27 out of 86. We can do it. When it's normally distributed, fits underneath the curve. What I did, I went through your packet and I cut and pasted a bunch of those dot plots we've been working with. And you guys already know this because we've talked about this. The more trials you do, the more the dot plot resembles what? The curve, right? And this is nowhere in your packet, but it starts resembling the curve. And as you take a look, these were called proportions, sample proportions. Hey, Matt, can you go out and survey 30 kids for me, see how many study at least 2 hours a night? He comes back, hey, boss, 15 out of 30 do. What's my proportion? 0.5, 15 out of 30, all right? So as we did these proportions, it started resembling the curve. So that's what we're going to work with today is the proportions themselves, all right? Not the means, just the proportions. Okay, so if you go to stat day 8 for me, our last day here together, I can't tell you how happy I am that we got through this stats unit pretty successfully, I will say. All right, here you go. Read through number 1 there. You got percent of high school seniors own a cell phone is 82%. 82% of the seniors in high school own a cell phone. Standard deviation. By the way, that's a little shaky standard deviation. That's 0.045, everyone. 054, excuse me, 0.054. And we're going to go out and sample 50 seniors. What's the probability that my sample proportion of 82, which, by the way, if it's going to be a proportion, I can't use 82%. What do I have to use instead? 0.82. Okay, I can't use 8. When I'm talking about proportions here, I'm going to use the decimal. So 0.82, that's my average. Average student, 82% own the phone. Will be within 3%. What's my probability it'll be within 3? Well, you tell me. What are the 2 values that are within 3% of 82? Don't answer. That's what I want to know right now. Here you go. 9. 9? Hey, boss, how you doing? Good. Good to see you here today. Within 3, what's 3% above? 85? And what's 3% below? So that's what I want to know. What's the probability of that between 0.79 and 0.85? What's that probability? Ready? Hey, and if it represents the normal curve, what can we use to figure out what percent, what probability fall within here? Because remember, all these sample proportions follow the normal curve. What can we use? Some of you are going to it right now. What percent between 79 and 85? Where are we going? This is why I did this review problem. 10, where are we going? We're going to normal CDF, aren't we? Darn right we are, Reagan. Normal CDF. Okay, tell me upper, lower, mean, and standard deviation here. Upper, lower, mean, standard deviation. Here we go, 20. Do anyone have a 20? Or at 18? Calm down. How about 1? Not here. 10. 79 to the upper of 85. Yep. What's my mean? 82 and a standard deviation. Oh, hold on. Not 79. Remember, we're doing the 0.79, 0.85, 0.82, and then 0.054. Yep. Anytime with those sample proportions, we got to leave them as a decimal. And I'll take nearest 10th here like usual. What are we getting about nearest 10th? Don't have one, not here today. 3? About 42.1%. Yep. All right. In your groups, or if you want to do it solo, that's your call. Go ahead and do part 1 and part 2 of letter B. Sample will be less than 75, more than 95. Go ahead. I'll give you guys a couple minutes, and then I'll ask you.